So we are at the end of the week. Mm-hmm. And it's been a hell of a week.
Amen.
I've just finished up the messaging. It was Alina's, first of all, thank you for joining. Been trying to get Alina to do the messaging with me the second I knew John Bates was leaving us last year. And I got no. And then she went to the line review earlier this year and she texted me like halfway through. She goes, I want to do messaging. And I was pretty sure you were drinking at work, but.
Well, it's the passion from the PD team.
Yeah.
Always gets me.
Yeah.
Dang PD.
So how'd it go? What did you think?
It was an experience for sure. Two biggest takeaways that I have is both are around appreciation. One is for you and everybody else that's done this before, because you get the videos and there's bloopers and it's funny and some of it is like, oh, I've heard this before, but the amount of work and effort that goes into it, I did not know. So thank you for all the effort in the previous years and obviously with this launch as well. And second, appreciation for our field team. Right? Because we're with you guys all the time, but we're not in front of the customer. And doing this, I think it brings us back into your shoes where we are having to remember all of these things and making sure that we are positioning ourselves right and saying all the right things. And there's a lot. So know that we know that and know that we appreciate it and appreciate you every day. So thank you for being awesome.
Yeah, well, every time we do this, there's a message that we give, and that is practice.
Yes.
Practice. And for those of you that have been here for a while, I mean, you know what the first couple of weeks look like. And there's people that know what the first couple of weeks look like that have practiced, and there's those, even when I was back in the field, I didn't always practice. I can tell you there are people that know what the first week is like without practice. And this is where you prove this week is why we say that.
Right.
Because we understand what it's like to.
Oh, and I haven't presented hard goods in 4 or 5 years. So for me, when we walked in and you know all the messages, but until you say it multiple times, it is clunky.
Yeah, it is.
So,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of bloopers.
I think one of the things we really learned, and we've always known this, but this time especially, is that this is not a product training session. And not only is this video not a product training session, but your time with your distributor AEs is not a product training session. It's a time to position PC&A, a time to position yourselves, a time to position a category, and how our customers win when they use us for client solutions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think also what I took away from being with customers that I've personally never met and having to present to those folks is the importance of asking questions, because it's kind of impossible to position yourself not knowing where the pain points are and how to address those pain points, because that's how you can really shift business, right? Is when you figure out solution to their problem and make it easier. So that was a big takeaway for me.
Pain points, and also if we go back to an exercise from a few years ago called Why Edge, so understanding pain points and we can apply solutions, but also understanding why they like potentially a competitor. So if that's when we get to apply our value against something that they like, right? So, and bring them back in.
For sure.
So, a couple things that were different this time around.
Yeah, so one thing that we wanted to do, due to a popular demand from the field, is we wanted to add a quick, short presentation, because that's what we ask of you, because that's all our customers really have bandwidth for. And we never really demonstrated it in this format, because we wanted you guys to have the deep dives, which we still have with this exercise, but we wanted to give you the 30-minute presentation when we're not focusing on everything, we're just focusing on one category, because the idea is after the 30 minutes, you break into one-on-ones, and then because you're back there so many times with your top accounts, you're able to take another category of focus and present it another time.
Yeah, so it really worked well. So what you're going to see in the way we structured it was, as she said, you still get a category deep dive. There still will be between 15 and 20-minute presentations
Yep.
available for you to watch us for each of our core 4 categories. And it's no longer core 4 plus 1, by the way, it's core 4. We've taken pen and paper and combined it with GIFs. So a deep dive into each one of those. And then the 30-minute presentation that Alina executed was, first of all, there was an intro, just like you learned in Bravo training. Tell them what you're going to tell them. Tell them what you told them. After, of course, an opening story. And then she moved into her category of choice, which was chosen according to the account plan and reinforced using a short pre-call planning session.
Yep.
Right? And in your case here, it ended up being bags.
Bags, yep. One thing to mention also, again, these are customers that I've never met, so for me it was important to get honest feedback from them on what do you think about this format? Would you rather have us in front of you for an hour and 30 minutes presenting everything, or have this short version, a short presentation, break into one-on-ones where we can learn how we can invest in your book of business, and then come back in a few weeks and talk about something else? And both groups said the latter. Both groups were different too, so that was a fun experience for us. One group was merchandisers, the other group was mainly sales folks, and both were bought in.
The one that's mostly sales folks, one of the things that I took away from that group, first of all, they're a $12 million company. They have 8 salespeople, and the lead sales guy, VP and owner, said, I believe that product presentations are antiquated. And this guy sells $3 million a year. So that's one guy. There's still expectations that we go out there with product, but he was very appreciative of the way we approached it.
Yes.
And he said, no, now that you do it this way, it actually works.
Totally.
Yeah. Watch outs.
Besides the hair.
And the teeth.
And the teeth.
You know, it's still easy to get sucked into selling stuff. And we don't sell stuff. We sell service, we sell delivery, we sell so many more things. The products are so good, and we've discussed this before. Every single project that an AE gets, they start from scratch. So worry less about the product and more about getting them to pcna.com or into your email box or on the phone. And so when you see us positioning a category, pay much more attention to the positioning. We got caught up, we got caught up in selling stuff. And we left it on tape because we want you to see it happen. We're not, I mean.
Yeah, when you can become part of their go-to-market strategy, that's when we truly win, because that's when it stops becoming about who has a cheaper 50-cent pen and starts becoming about they make my life better when we partner.
Is that pen made out of wheat straw?
We do have an option for that now. It's 69 cents on an R.
Not a C.
For you, on a C.
We did a business review that went really well.
We did. Yep.
You did.
Yep, we did a business review and we did a one-on-one with the merchandiser. Again, just to showcase what it looks like. We know we have a lot of veterans out there that do them all the time, and a lot of rookies that maybe have never done one or are trying to figure out how to do them. So what we wanted you to see is we ran into some challenges. I know there's certain points where there was one thing that I wanted them to say and they just weren't getting there. So figuring out ways to get information that we need from the customer, maybe certain levels of commitment.
You did an amazing job with that part, by the way.
Thank
Sorry
you.
to interrupt you, but during the business review, Alina, there was a give-get situation, give-get opportunity, and we were going to give some service stuff, and they were going to give us some money, and they wouldn't commit to $1. So Alina started saying, well, does it mean 5,000, 10,000, 30,000? We ended up landing on 30,000, but it gave us something to measure, right?
Yep.
And it made them accountable to a number. And that's the biggest part, is accountable to a number that we can both work towards. So don't leave it open-ended is the message. You did it really well. And then, by the way, after the review, they thought about it some more and they took 30 to 100,000. So
No,
we just got to deliver on the
think
give.
they didn't want to have it on tape.
I agree with
That like takes the commitment to another level.
I know. And then what about the one-on-one? What was the challenge there?
The one-on-one, the opportunity that I thought I had, it was just getting her to commit. So you guys will see that on tape.
Good.
Yeah.
You did a great job. It was a hell of a week.
It was a hell of a week. It was a great experience. Again, it's you know, walking away with a lot of gratitude from this week. So that's good. And tired. I'm tired.
And you ate some fried food.
I had a lot of fried food.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. We have a big number to hit in the back half of the year. You have all the tools to do it. This tool is not meant to be to make you into robots, as I always say. Use this as a
Yes.
modeling effort, just a way to map out point by point what you want to reach, and you don't have to do it the way we do it. In fact, if you do, well, actually, I'll be pretty flattered if you do, but you don't have to.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. See you in
ya.
the field. Right after the sales meeting.
No shit, 2 days later.
Cool.